Before I get started, if you guys are interested in a free carnivore diet meal plan, check out frank-tufano.com and sign up for the newsletter. Should you try the carnivore diet? To be honest, no. The version of the carnivore diet being popularized is not healthy. It is being sold as an elimination diet, one that removes negative foods from the diet by only eating meat. And just like vegans are dishonest about nutrients missing from their diet, carnivores, or should we say carnivores, are dishonest about the downsides of the carnivore diet. It's a weird parallel. The vegan diet is depriving your body of key animal nutrients and polluting it with agrochemicals sprayed on crops. The carnivore diet is not as deficient in nutrients, but still missing proper ratios without adequate food choices, and the agrochemical concern is still present. Since I am not a paid corporate shill sent by JBS or Cargill to shove feedlot beef down your throat, I have always been transparent about the downsides of the carnivore diet and the reasons I follow it. Unfortunately, everyone that has come along with this new carnivore movement is being paid by corporate special interest, at least to my understanding. They all have a similar message, they're all teaming up against me, and they're all sponsored by the same companies. They don't talk about raw dairy, promote high-quality wild-caught fish, emphasize specific fat-soluble vitamins in animal foods because it compromises what they're selling you. Not to mention the other elements of health that are way too obvious. Sun exposure, water quality, and Wi-Fi pollution. A feedlot beef carnivore diet seems to be very hit or miss. I would argue the success rate can even be equated to the flip of a coin. Some people gain weight, some people lose weight. Some people feel better, some people feel worse. As a 7-year carnivore, I have pinpointed the downsides to about 5 specific things. One is estrogenic feedlot animal products disrupting the endocrine systems in both males and females, causing hormonal issues. This can alter sex drive, result in weight issues, as well as contribute to low energy and poor sleep. Grass-fed is not necessarily a solution to this, as laws around grass-fed beef in the United States are not truthful. 2 is imbalanced omega-6 in these animal products. This affects the endocannabinoid system, somewhat of a reward system in our brains, and messes with hunger signaling, which is a contributing factor to people gaining weight on the carnivore diet. 3 is a lack of nutrients in conventional animal products, as well as imbalances. It might have vitamin A, but it doesn't have the corresponding other fat-soluble vitamins. Your body craves 3 things predominantly: nutrients, fat, and protein. If you aren't getting nutrients, like most people aren't on a standard American diet, then you will just be as fat and sick as everyone else, at least on the inside, even if you lost a little weight by starving yourself on feedlot beef. 4th is the copper to zinc ratio of the diet, and this is something that takes years to go out of balance. Other carnivore influencers haven't been following the diet long enough for this to be much of an issue. Certain animal foods are incredibly zinc dominant, specifically beef. When this ratio is off, you become deficient in copper, which results in iron going rogue in your body, unregulated. This iron gets stored in your liver, causing iron overload, regardless of whether you have hemochromatosis or not. Part of the reason this takes so long to manifest itself is because past standard American diet is actually pretty deficient in zinc and has a lot of copper. So carnivore can actually improve this ratio initially, but you will become deficient in copper. And the reason there were indigenous people that ate predominantly meat, such as the First Nation Alaskans, the Inuit Eskimos, is that they consumed a fair bit of seafood, and fish is actually copper dominant in many cases, especially salmon. The Plains Indians that were consuming mostly buffalo were eating plenty of organs, as well as some wild plant foods that helped keep this ratio in balance. This copper to zinc imbalance results in iron overload long term, but short term it manifests itself in the form of our 5th issue, a histamine intolerance, with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or candida, a fungal infection, being present. You can go on any carnivore forum or Facebook group and see dozens of people with this issue. It's simply a copper deficiency that these people are unaware of, as the current message about the carnivore diet is a simple one for simple people that are unable to troubleshoot actual health problems, being iron overload and histamine intolerance, as well as copper deficiency. Thing is, These downsides are generally lesser than the downsides of a standard American diet. Chances are you already consuming highly processed carbohydrate-driven foods, vegetable seed oils, and lacking specific nutrients. When you go carnivore, it's highly likely you remedy a B vitamin deficiency and remove those inflammatory factors that were resulting in you not feeling well. That being said, a carnivore diet with that histamine issue, with that iron overload issue, can make it so you can't tolerate any foods besides meat. As soon as you consume sugar or carbs or anything processed with an iron overload or a histamine intolerance, complete havoc. But if you want to see the true benefits of an animal foods-based diet, you have to look further, understand the importance of food quality, invest your time and effort into your own health, as opposed to following the dangerously simple advice of eat meat, drink water. So, should you try the carnivore diet? Here's what I tell most people. The most important thing you need to do in your diet is increase the amount of quality animal foods and switch plant food consumption over to organic. Once you fix past nutrient deficiencies and remove inflammatory foods from the diet, we can start making steps in the right direction. The point is, a simple feedlot beef diet may remove inflammation for some, but opens up a can of worms of other issues. And it certainly doesn't address the nutrient deficiencies and imbalances people are suffering from in the context of their past poor dieting. Plus, since these people don't talk about other lifestyle factors, as it doesn't profit them directly, and in some cases compromises their message, some people aren't able to find their true health. But that's okay for them because they have special interest funding, and regardless of the integrity of their message, these corporations prop them up on podcasts, whatever it is, to push that message. So do your own research, understand both sides of the story, and make your own decision. Thank you guys for joining me. If you could please like the video, subscribe, of course, hit that bell icon, and above all, guys, please share the video if you can. If you guys would like to support me further and learn more about my dietary beliefs, check out my book, The Ancestral Indigenous Diet. You can also go to Frankie's Free Range Meat for high-quality animal foods, Frankie's Naturals for minimal ingredients and minimally processed hygiene and cosmetic products. And if you are interested in one-on-one consultations, check out frank-stefano.com. We also have the free carnivore diet meal plan available on frank-stefano.com.